I don't disagree with your point, but that explanation was very stupid. You go try eating some sodium and try eating some chloride and tell me it's the same as salt. That was a bad explanation. So some of you guys do not have a beloved chemical engineering degree, and it shows. So I made a video in which I explained that MSG is not bad for you because MSG breaks down into sodium ions and glutamate ions. And when you consume a salty steak, you also absorb sodium ions and glutamate ions from the proteins in the steak and the sodium from the sodium chloride. Some people are saying that's a bad way to explain it because you could also say that sodium and chlorine are both toxic and dangerous in their independent forms, but together they're safe. Well, that's not all the way true. Sodium as a metal as is dangerous, and chlorine, as a gas in its normal form as is very dangerous. But sodium ions are perfectly safe. We consume them all the time. Chlorine ions are perfectly safe. We consume them all the time. In fact, you've never consumed sodium chloride. You only consume sodium ions and chlorine ions that are dissolved in water. The reason you can taste salt is because it's disassociated and dissolved into those two separate ions. So to say that, sodium chloride, those two things are dangerous by themselves, but together they're safe, that's not a true comparison. My example saying that you can consume glutamate ions and you can consume sodium ions, so a salty steak is equivalent to MSG, that remains because in both scenarios, your intestines are absorbing sodium ions and glutamate ions. They're safe for the salty steak and it's safe for MSG.